Hello Beauty News family, welcome to Beauty News. This is the 12th of February edition. We're going to be talking about new release beauty products and updates of some things that we've talked about in the past. We don't really have any housekeeping, but we do have some updates. One in particular we think is quite important, and this is regarding Hourglass. Now, we talked last week about their Ambient Lighting Volume 2 palette, and we had quite a lot of comments regarding the palette and some issues surrounding it. Now, people were telling us that the palette is they mentioned that it doesn't contain new shades. We didn't mention, or we didn't say that it contained new shades. I assumed that it contained new shades, but on further research after it was brought to our attention, we discovered it didn't contain new shades.
Yeah, I think also, I think they gave the impression to a lot of people that it was a shade extension. I assume that all their palettes have regurgitated shades because they do that all the time.
That's what they do.
We just sort of said that it was a deeper version of what they already have out, not that it was particularly new shades. But I think where a lot of people are annoyed, which I think this is 100,000,000,000% valid, is that in their marketing images, it's giving the impression that it's actually deeper than what it actually is in reality. So on the screen will be a marketing image versus their marketing video of the model applying it. Also, we noticed that right down the bottom of their website, they don't actually call this a deeper version of the palette. They just give that impression by the marketing images and the model they choose. They actually call this a warmer version of Volume 1. So they've just packaged this up in like we're giving you the impression that this is for deeper skin and that we're more inclusive, but in reality it is not at all. And this does not fly. A lot of people are getting upset. We totally hear you. We didn't research this by looking at reviews and stuff because we were on holidays. So we did miss this drama, but it is completely valid if you think this is just a pile of shit and that they're just paying lip service to people with deeper skin tones, because that's exactly what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. Yeah. No, it's not cool. And I feel like they have really shot themselves in the foot with this. People have been calling for Hourglass to be more inclusive for years. Like, sort your fucking shit out.
But also the thing is that they give the impression that they're slowly getting there, but in reality they're not.
But in reality they're not. No.
Yeah, it's like one step forward, two steps back. Like they're not doing anything to make their brand more accessible to people with deeper skin. They're just pretending that they are, which is even worse. It's deception. It's bullshit. So
it's disgusting.
Yeah,
it's bad. It's bad. Okay, let's move on to our next update. This is about Menagerie. Now, last week I said we better be getting a blackcurrant scented body scrub. We don't know if that's what we're getting yet. However, we do know what their Flight Club palette looks like on the inside. She purple, she pink. So this is a 12-pan palette. It's going to be available for pre-order on February 26th at 12 p.m. PST. Contains 2 metallics, 2 chameleon metallics, and 1 chameleon satin, which is a new formula, as well as 7 mattes. And it is inspired by the Fruit Plundering Flying Fox, aka the Fruit Bat. It's going to retail for $38.95, and it's estimated to ship early in March.
All right, on to new stuff. And the first thing we're going to talk about is a new influencer brand. This slipped off our radar last week. We knew about it. We just didn't have it on our list. So people were speculating in the comments, why are you not talking about it? There's no tea. It's just that we forgot. So this week we're talking about it up front. This is the new brand. It's Auric, and it's by Samantha Ravndal. So I think she's been hinting at this for a while. You know, there are people that watch us that love her as a creator. I know she's very, very popular. So people were super excited to see that she was bringing out a brand. And I have to say, aesthetically, it's a cool looking brand.
Oh, the packaging, my God, like the box.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's so pretty.
Yeah, she's smashed it out of the park with the packaging for sure. But this is already launched. It is not the cheapest thing. There is some slight backlash to it because, you know, influencer brands, there's always backlash, but we'll talk about that in a second. So what has launched, there is the Glow Lust Radiant Luminizer. It's available in 7 shades and it's $45 US. So they're saying that this is packed with ultrafine pearl and skin-loving mix of squalane, glycerin, and porcelain flower. It's an artistry grade adjustable formula that gives you instant radiance and hydration, can be worn alone, blended with your favorite skincare, or used as a highlighter on top of your foundation. Then there are some eyeshadow duos. So these are the Smoke Reflect eyeshadow duos. They're available in 3 shades and they're $39 US each. There's the shade Defiance, which is a bronze and gold, Temper, which is a rose gold, Ego, which is a silver. So the description of this is create creamy matte or metallic glitter looks with 2 luxe formulas in a single gorgeous package. Under the top lid is a light reflecting micro glitter eyeshadow infused with high shine pearls, and inside the glass is a smooth long wear creaseless cream shadow. They're all available now at auriccosmetics.com. So essentially, look, these are very her. I've watched a few of her videos. I'm not an avid subscriber, but I have watched a few of her videos, and she does praise a lot of cream eyeshadows, the really sort of easy ones that you throw on. So it sort of makes sense that she's brought out this sort of eyeshadow duo, and also she's a big fan of the sort of glowy skin. So these sort of cream highlighting products, multi-purpose products, she does talk about a lot as well. Now, I think, okay, look, I haven't tried them, so they might be amazing. They might be fantastic. But the feedback that I've seen from this collection, there's a few things. Firstly, it seems like she's just duping things that are already on the market that she loves. So she's taken, I think people have raised, I don't know if they said Charlotte Tilbury, but a few products that she raves about on her channel. It's like she's taken them and just replicated them, which I understand the sort of, look, if you're going to do that, I feel like you need to really lower the price point to make it more, to make it different from what is already on the market. One thing I don't like seeing is when people bring out brands and it's just like, we've seen this 1,000 times before, so why did you bother doing it? So I understand the argument that there's not really a point of difference with her top favorite products that she raves about and what she's created, which is, you know, if you don't like that, fine. Also, not every item is vegan. They've listed some as vegan, others as not. And also they do contain plastic glitter. So there's a few things that, you know, if you dig deep, the industry is not a huge fan of. But you've noticed something that's interesting about the brand.
I did. So when this launched, like Kat, I'm not an avid, like, crazy watch everything by Samantha. I subscribe to her. I do like her makeup style, and I wanted to check out the products. So I went to the website and I realized that the website URL kind of redirects to a URL by a brand or company called Magic Dusk. And then I was like, who's Magic Dusk? Was this what her brand was meant to be called? So I did some Googling on that because I was curious, and I realized that Magic Dusk is actually kind of like a company that helps influencers create brands. So it's a bit like Former Beauty, who help with brands like Morphe, Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, that new vitamin brand that came out kind of under Morphe, Morphe 2. So it's been supported by kind of like an umbrella company, which I thought was interesting. But also, I don't know, it kind of sits a bit strange with me, but I don't really know what those feelings are yet. However, I am kind of interested to see where this brand goes at the same time.
Yeah, I think because this particular brand or this company, it does have a website, and it does also show that Colleen Ballinger's lipsticks were made under this company. So I think what doesn't sit well with me is that from her reveal and from what she said, she had an investor help her out. And that implies that someone just gave her some money to create what she wants to create, but it's ultimately she had full control of the brand and what she's created. But this sort of gives a vibe that it's more like Seed Beauty, where, or at least they want to come across as Seed Beauty, where they're like, look at what all the brands that we create, come to us and we can do the same for you. So it feels like it's a little bit more than just, here's some money, do what you need to do. You know, we financially support you and we take a cut. It sounds like it's actually like a company that offers a service where they help you create the brand, if that makes sense. And by having their own website where they're sort of showing the brands that they've helped create, it does give me a vibe that it's a service that they're trying to promote to potentially other people in the future, which is totally fine. But it does, take away a little bit of what she's been saying about she created her own brand with just an investor. It sort of sounds like, no, she was approached by or approached someone who helped her create the brand and probably has a little bit more control than what she's implying, I think is where that sort of sits a bit funny.
That's kind of the vibe that I get from it as well. Like it, and look, she may have created all of this, like, you know, she might be the brains behind all of the products and all that jazz. We don't actually know, but I think based on past experience, seeing some issues some influencers have had with these sort of backup companies that help to create these brands. The one that comes to mind for me, I'm just going to say it, KL Polish. Kathleen Lights, she sort of had a company that helped to create something like this for her, and it went south. So I think because when we see these influencer brands come out and we learn these sort of things about them, it's a bit, over time you get a bit like, oh, what does this mean kind of vibe from it. So that's where I'm with it, or where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I also think that when I look at Seed Beauty that has created Colourpop and Kylie Cosmetics and KKW and Tati Beauty and all these kind of things, you get a vibe of what the quality is going to be like as well. And I just feel like if this is going to be something that they then take on so many other brands or so many other influencers and make brands with, is it going to be the next stage where we just see like so much of the same stuff, you know, flooding onto the market? And that's
right.
It's fine. That happens. It's a business, but it does take away the sort of indie sort of grassroots element of what I think people perceived her brand to be. Another thing that sort of gives me the vibe that maybe the brand isn't completely in her control, or that she's not doing it completely to heart, is that a few people have had issues that so Sam is Canadian, and in a lot of videos she talks about having to pay international shipping from the US because she's Canadian, and then all of a sudden she creates her own brand, she distributes it out of the US and makes Canadians pay international shipping for it, which I think is a little bit cheeky because, you know, if you've been complaining about something being an issue for a long time and then you have the power to create your own brand, don't you think you would control or fix those issues that you've experienced yourself? But the fact that she hasn't sort of, to me, makes it feel like that she's had someone say, no, this makes better business sense. Do what we're sort of suggesting that you should do, rather than do what you feel is the right thing to do. So that's where I'm curious about where this brand is going to go.
Yeah, same. So I did mention Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics when we were talking about those sort of umbrella companies, and there is a little bit of Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics news. She released mystery boxes, which was so strange, so strange. And basically she sneak peeked them, and then they launched on her website. They sold out really quickly. There was a whole like thing about it. Essentially, they were meant to go up at a specific time. They went up a little bit early, so people who were already stalking the website managed to buy them very quickly. And apparently they sold out in 10 minutes, people are saying. And then people who went to the website at the correct time to purchase some saw that they were already sold out. Now, it's all very strange because she hasn't had any products up on her website available for sale for quite some time, I believe. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Apparently, she did make a statement that the products that were going to be in the mystery boxes were things that she wanted to launch in the past, but never got around to it or something. I don't know. Does any of this make sense to anyone? Because I'm just fucking confused.
Yeah, what really confuses me and confused, I think, her followers is that mystery boxes generally will contain products that have been already released, but they've bundled it to make it a deal, or they might contain a sneak peek of a exclusive product or a new product amongst other things that, you know, from the line and well loved and well known. These were like legitimate mysteries. No one knows what she was creating because she doesn't sell anything right now. And all she showed was sort of like silhouettes of what you're going to get in it. So one implied 4 liquid lipsticks, one implied a few things, but you really didn't know what you're getting. And it was just like, here's a Valentine's Day sort of fun thing, which cool if you're like got your blinkers on and you're like, I love Jaclyn, Jack Attack is the best. You'll buy any shit that she is willing to sell you. But for most people, they're like, what the fuck is this? You sell nothing right now. And she ended up having to come out and show the bundles because, again, people didn't trust what was going to be in them. So she ended up, instead of making them more mystery boxes, she had to reveal them before they went for sale. So they were more like limited edition bundles. It raises the question of, was she just getting rid of stock before they went off because she didn't have the confidence or the money or whatever to actually launch them officially? It seems weird. Like nothing that Jaclyn Hill does is straightforward and really like transparent and makes sort of logical sense. It's all, there's some sinister element in the background that
it
drives
feels that way, doesn't it?
With Jaclyn Hill, always. Always.
I don't understand, like, and I don't know if it's sort of like this like fallout from what we've experienced from her brand in the past, but it always feels a bit weird and, like you said, sinister. Like something dodgy is going on.
Then we might have a reverse halo effect with her where it's just like a shit effect that, you know, we've known that she's done some shady shit in the past and therefore we assume that everything she does is shady. But I actually don't think that's the case. I just think she comes across as very disingenuous. I feel like she is very, very comfortable to not be super transparent about her brand and what she's releasing and why she's releasing it and how she's releasing it. And I feel like she's just like, they won't care. Like, my fans won't care. Like, I think back to her Morphe releases, like saying that they are vegan and then they swap to being not vegan and, you know, it is limited edition. No, it's permanent. I didn't say that it was limited edition. It's like, bitch, you fucking did. So, you know, I feel like she's willing to take people for a ride because she thinks she can get away with it. So it's not just that she comes across as shady. She actually is shady. Now, do I think it is like the worst thing in the world that she's lying about her business practices? Probably not, because it's just makeup at the end of the day. Like, it's just makeup and it's just money. She's not like, hopefully, like abusing children behind the scenes. Like she's not doing something super sinister. But she's not trustworthy. And whenever she releases anything like this, I'm like, this smells like shit and I don't want to go near it. And the fact that it sold out in 10 minutes when people don't have any confidence in her brand makes me think that she had like, maybe they had like a sample run of products and they're like, yeah, just run 5,000 units because we're hoping to launch this, do a soft launch. Never happened. So they just didn't have, like maybe they had like 500 boxes. We don't know.
Maybe.
Like I can't imagine like tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of units selling in 10 minutes from Jack Attack.
Hell no.
No, it's not going to happen. No.
Unless she's doing that like fake limited quantity thing that many brands love to do, Mauve being one of them, where they say it's limited edition and if you don't get it straight away, it's gone forever. And then a month later, they're like, oh, it's back. We actually found some out in the shed.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take screenshots because they do say that these sets are not returning, but they do not say that the items from the sets aren't returning. They do say the sets aren't returning. And they said that
be very careful with that.
Yeah, they know how to word it. So she does say, stay tuned for updates on upcoming launches. It'll be much sooner than you think. So Jack Attack will be back with more launches, but not these Valentine's Day boxes. But I would bet money that some of the popular things, like I reckon they're going to ask their fans and stuff, let us know what you think of the products. And if they don't have mold in them or bumps or lumps or hairs or whatever, I reckon you'll find that a lot of these products will come back in a collection.
My brand, Jaclyn Cosmetics, is going to be available in Ulta stores and on Ulta.com. And this is so huge because it's so accessible for so many of you guys. Touch and feel products in the store, select stores, not all stores yet, and Ulta.com. It's just so awesome. Like, oh, this is huge, you guys. And I'm just so thankful and so humbled by this entire thing. You might be wondering, like, wait, you just had a Valentine's Day, like, surprise. You haven't launched anything in a year, but Ulta has seen my entire build out in my pipeline and they are loving what we're creating and the products to come. So they have approved it. And so I will be launching with them next month.
We have a collaboration with bPerfect Cosmetics and Blu Hydrangea, who is a drag queen who was on RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 1.
Yep.
So this consists of some lipsticks and lashes. So we've got 3 lipsticks. These are £11.95 each. The shades are Shady Lady, which is a neon cotton candy pop of pink. Hydrangea is a periwinkle blue, and Beat for the Golds is a warm brown nude with red undertones. Then we have 3 sets of lashes. These are £8.95 each. We've got Look Queen, Throw and Shade, and Feelin' the Fantasy, and you can get the whole collection for £49.95, and it's called the Painted Collection. I love that periwinkle blue lipstick shade. I would never wear it in a million years, but I approve of it.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly not an unflattering shade if you can wear sort of pastel colours. If your skin can handle pastel colours, that's actually quite a nice shade. Look, I don't mind this collection. I like Blu Hydrangea. I like that the lashes are massive. Usually I don't like that, but it is designed or in collaboration with a drag queen, so you want them to be drag lashes.
It makes sense.
The thing that I think is a little bit of a missed opportunity here is if you look at Blu Hydrangea's Instagram, they do so many amazing, like, full, colourful, full face looks. And I just feel like 3 lipsticks and 3 lashes is a bit like wah-wah
not
in
enough.
terms of, it's not enough. They could have gone so crazy with this. They could have had like, you know, massive colourful palettes. They could have had multi-purpose cream palette, like cheek, eyes, lips, because if you're going to go and collaborate with someone that does literal full face body transformations, body makeup, 3 lipsticks and 3 lashes I think is a bit weak. But it's good to see them collaborating with a drag queen, especially from RuPaul's Drag Race UK. I like UK better than the US one, so hooray.
Yeah. Before we continue with this week's episode, we do have some sponsors. Listen up. If you don't love your hair, you don't need to put up with a routine that doesn't work for you. Function of Beauty can help tailor your hair products to suit your needs. Here's how you get started. First, you take a quick but thorough quiz to let them know a little bit about your hair type and your hair goals, such as lengthen, volumize, oil control. And because your hair changes with the seasons, you can even change your hair goals for every shipment. Next, you choose your color and fragrance. You can also go fragrance and dye free. Then Function of Beauty's team determines a perfect blend of ingredients, pops them in a bottle for you, and delivers it right to your door. Every ingredient Function of Beauty uses is vegan and cruelty free, and they never use sulfates or parabens. You can even choose to go completely silicone free, which I do. Function of Beauty also offers completely personalized formulas for body and skincare as well, so you can customize your whole beauty routine from hair to toe. I've been really enjoying my Function of Beauty hair serum lately. I like to use it anytime my hair has developed a tangle. Makes teasing out the knots so much easier. Because my extensions are significantly longer than they usually are, I find that I do get more tangles than usual, and I need something to help smooth the hair out, which the hair serum really does. Plus it adds a nice shine and it doesn't weigh down my hair. Never buy off the shelf just to be disappointed ever again. Go to functionofbeauty.com/beauty to take your quiz and save 20% on your first order. That applies to their full range of customized hair, skin and body products. Go to functionofbeauty.com/beauty to let them know we sent you and get 20% off your order. That's functionofbeauty.com/beauty. This episode is brought to you by 1010. Now, you may have read about this in the New York Times or Forbes, and we're excited to tell you about it. 1010 is an exclusive collection of 10 one-of-a-kind engagement rings designed by 10 of the most distinctive designers working today. Using only diamonds responsibly sourced from Botswana, 10 design masters have each produced a uniquely beautiful commitment ring, launching exclusively on January 18th at BlueNile.com. And when they're gone, they're gone. We all know that the diamond engagement ring is iconic. It's a timeless expression of the deepest commitment between two people. And with 1010, it's been beautifully re-envisioned in the hands of 10 modern designers working exclusively with sustainably sourced diamonds. If you're making 2021 plans or on the hunt for the perfect ring to wear forever, you're definitely going to want to check this out. Again, this exciting limited edition collection of diamond engagement rings launches on January 18th, and you can preview it exclusively at BlueNile.com.
Let's get on to Colourpop. There's a couple of things to talk about, but let's start with probably their most basic collection of the week, the Melrose collection. Now, we did see this launch earlier in January. It was exclusive to Ulta, and they did say it was coming next month to Colourpop, and it is. So it is now launching on the 11th of February at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you want it, you can get it. It contains the Melrose palette, which is a 12 pan. Look, there's sort of beigey nudes, brownie nudes, mauvey nudes. It's a sort of, basic palette. Then there's 4 luxe glosses. One is a clear, and then there are different shades of nude. So a lighter, more pink toned, a mid toned, and a deeper, more chocolatey nude. Then there's Fourth Ray Beauty Oat Face Milk, 2 pressed powder blushes. Look, I'm going to have to say, no, there's one peach and there's one pink. Again, they're just slightly more muted than the sort of fun collections we've seen in the past. And of course, there's 3 scrunchies because fucking yay. If you want scrunchies, there's new colors: black, white, and beige. One thing I want to say about this collection really quickly, and this is going to go about all Colourpop from now on, I fucking hate that they are now pushing the luxe glosses over their ultra glossy lips. Ultra glossy lips are so much better. They're like 50 times better. I've just decluttered all my luxe glosses because they're sticky and they give a chemical sort of feel. Ultra glossy lips. They're disgusting. Bring them back.
Why? I don't know how these luxe glosses were let out of the dungeon. They're fucking horrible.
I agree.
There is another collection from Colourpop. This is the Make It Black collection, and it's part of an initiative that was developed by Pull Up for Change. So Make It Black and Pull Up for Change were both founded by Sharon Chuter, who is the founder and CEO of Ama Beauty. And essentially what is happening here is brands are getting together to create these collections where 100% of net profits go towards supporting Black founders through the Pull Up for Change Small Business Impact Fund. Now, this is a limited edition collection, and it's going to be available through the month of February at colourpop.com. It consists of the Make It Fearless eyeshadow palette. This is $10. It's one of their new 5-pan slim palettes that they've created. Then we have the Make It Unstoppable Super Shock Kit. This is $12. It contains 2 shades. You've got Main Attraction, which is a bright copper with pinky red flip, and Millennium, which is a warm burgundy with a coppery flip. There are 4 lippy sticks. These are $7 each. We've got a deep red violet, a mid-tone nude, chocolate brown, and a red fuchsia. And then we have 2 cream gel liners. These are also $7 each. We've got Rosette, which is a warm rose gold, and Boots, which is a true hot pink. Now, this is available now when you are watching this, and it's also going to be available at Ulta Beauty. I think the only thing that's sad about this is that it's limited edition.
Yeah, I agree. There are other brands that are a part of this initiative, so I'll read through them. Colourpop is the only one that seems to have created specific items for this collection, which Colourpop love to do. You know, they love to create new products every day. So these are sort of new products to this range, whereas other brands have just repackaged popular existing things and are donating the proceeds. They are trying to, like, as an initiative, they're trying to raise $5 million to support Black businesses. So it's a really good way to raise some money. So the brands that are involved, we've got Briogeo, which has the Superfoods Avocado Kiwi Mega Moisture Hair Mask. So it's $36. Dragon Beauty Dragon Glass Matte Liquid Lip in Black Luxe, $18. Flower Beauty Blush Bomb Color Drops in Bitten, $10. The Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick in Thrill Seeker, $9.49. This is the black liquid lipstick that we saw a little while ago that people were really excited for. Now you can buy it sort of repackaged. There's the Morphe Brushes Continuous Setting Mist, $16. The NYX Cosmetics Ultimate Shadow Palette in Warm Neutrals, $18. Just on a side note, would have loved to have seen them bring out a rich neutrals for this. There's the Pure Cosmetics Fully Charged Mascara, $22. And the Ama Beauty Aphrodisiac Liquid Eyeliner, $18. All available at Ulta. One thing I do quite like about this is that it sort of creates a full face of makeup almost. Like makeup. Yeah, it's not just the same thing repeated over and over again. But if you were interested in buying any of those, buy it this month with this packaging, and proceeds will go to a good cause. Now, one thing that is glaringly obvious that we need to talk about is that in the last year, definitely Colourpop has received a lot of backlash for creating products that aren't deep enough for deeper skin tones. They have sort of made a statement that they're going to do better, which is good to see. So they have promoted the Colourpop Me Black hashtag, which was created by a couple of Black creators. So we've got Darius, which is Neon MUA, and Josh, which is Killer King with 3 Gs. So originally, I believe they created this as a sort of backlash saying Colourpop, like, get your shit together, and Colourpop listened, which is good. And now what they're going to do is sort of use that hashtag to find creators to repost and also to put on their PR list. So hopefully we'll see a lot more diversity on Colourpop's Instagram and their PR list, and hopefully that will also translate to their releases. They did bring out some deeper palettes recently, but hopefully we can see a lot more from them in the future.
Okay, let's move into Fenty Skin. So we have a new product. This is Flash Nap. So they're saying that this is our new favorite eye cream. I'm very excited about this, that it's my new favorite. I just haven't tried it yet. So it's a lightweight, non-greasy, cooling gel cream. It instantly hydrates, restores, and soothes. They say it's fast absorbing. It reduces the look of fine lines, wrinkles, and crow's feet, both instantly and over time.
Interesting.
And it brightens and firms the skin around your eyes. It's supposed to get rid of puffiness and dark circles, and it goes well under makeup. You can basically use it as a primer as well. This launches on the 12th of Feb at Fenty Skin for $32 US, or it is $42 US with the eye massage tool. Look, I cannot deny that Fenty Skin seem to be saying the words and making the packaging that makes me want to buy it. I want to buy it, and I want to buy their other skincare shit as well.
Yeah, I think once I use up like a significant amount of my skincare, which, let's be real, it's going to be like 5 years from now, I do want to try Fenty Skin, and I do agree with you. I feel like they're quite innovative with the way it's not just the same old shit. You know, so I think that's really good. I'm not a big eye serum, eye cream person, because I've sort of, over time, come to the realization that as long as you've got skincare that you can bring up to your eye area and isn't too sort of thick and creamy and oily to cause milia, just use your face products around your eyes. But I can't deny that I love the look of that little tool. I think that's where, where they're talking about it instantly reducing the look of lines and whatnot and depuffing. I feel like a lot of the work will be done by that tool.
I agree.
So I feel like that cooler roller sort of effect is what will make this sort of work really well, and that's where you'll see some really cool benefits. And I sort of want to buy it just for that.
Same. I'm glad I'm not the only crazy one here.
But it looks like it's a lot more maybe ergonomically designed, or a lot more looks easier to use than those sort of like roller, like those jade little rollers bally, and stuff. Yeah. The little tiny ball ones that you have to be there for 15 years.
I'm like, I can't be fucked.
No, I just want something I can sweep and just do it a couple of times and off we go. That's right. Yeah. So totally agree. Let's order this later, Hailey, when it launches.
Let's do it.
Because because this little roller, I can imagine you using it on your face as well. Like, it looks big enough. So
Look, I can't deny Fenty Skin is right up there on my want to try list. And I feel like it's to the point where they have a wide enough variety of products that I could test out a full face of skincare routine.
Yeah, you can.
I'm pretty sure, they've got cleansers, they've got serums, moisturizers, eye cream, like, just come on, it's time.
All right, we've got a new collection from KKW Beauty. It's the Mauve Matte and Honey collection. So this collection, you can see it on the screen, it's essentially the same items, just there's one warm toned, honey toned, and one mauve pinky toned. There's 2 new palettes. They're 10 pan pressed powder palettes, 4 new blushes, 6 new lipsticks, 6 new lip liners, and they're all in those sort of tones. So do we go through this in detail? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think if you're really interested, you can head on over to her website and check it out, because it will be available when you're watching this episode, I believe, or coming very soon. Launches on the 12th of Feb, so it depends when you're watching this. But I feel like this is very KKW. This, there ain't nothing here that's like, oh, that's different. No,
I totally agree with you. I feel like the only thing that's different here is the honey-coloured packaging looks a bit different for her aesthetic, but everything else is like been there, done that. I do like this, that brands are splitting cooler and warmer color stories, because I feel like, you're gonna you might love both, but generally you'll gravitate towards the one. So why mishmash them into, both sort of tones in one palette? I like that they're sort of leaning into that, but beyond that, there's nothing exciting here.
We've seen another release from Lunar Beauty, lashes. We have lashes. So these are premium faux mink synthetic fibers that mimic natural mink hair. And we have 4 varieties. We have Stella, Lunar, Nova, and Aries. These are available for $15 US each. You can buy a bundle of all 4 for $45 at Lunar Beauty. And you can get them, if you're an Aussie and you want to pick them up, you can get them for $22 each at Glam Radar. I like that they've bundled them and there's a saving. Like, you basically get a pair for free, which I like that. And I'm not surprised at all that he has released lashes. I think that was probably, you know, a logical step at some stage. Unfortunately, my only issue is they all look like they're going to be too big for me.
Can I also mention...
Except maybe the Stella.
Can I say another big issue? Like, I love the style of these. I think they do look fairly natural and they're more wispy rather than the really bold lashes.
Yep.
But they all have thick black bands. And
black bands. Stop doing that.
And like
Stop doing the black bands.
Yeah, when he's modeling these, he's put a thick band of eyeliner on to hide the black band of the lashes. I can't handle that at all. I feel like they make lashes really stiff and hard to mold to the eye.
They do.
Also, you don't always want to wear thick winged lash liner when you wear lashes. I love the look of a more minimal, like,
oh my God,
or like no liner and some lashes.
Yes,
yeah,
with the lashes, clear band, like soft wispy lashes that aren't super long. That is such a fucking vibe of a look. I love that.
Yeah.
Even if you just put like, if you've got basically like no makeup and maybe a little bit of like a contour or a bronzer in your crease, and then you just pop on a pair of like small lashes. Oh, I love it. Also even my dog is like, fuck yeah, we like that.
Ooh, ooh. But also, if you have smaller lids and you want to show off a really beautiful eyeshadow, you don't want to have to put thick liner on and cover it all up. You just want to put the lashes on to sort of lift the eye and shape the eye without covering the lid space. So I think that, look, I'm glad that he's done this. It works with his aesthetic. It works with his makeup style. It's sort of on brand. But I do not like a thick black band. No, it's a no from me.
I much prefer a clear band as well. I think it looks so much better.
Yeah. All right, we've got a new collection from Marc Jacobs. Places are saying it's a spring collection. I don't know. Is this a limited edition thing? Is it a permanent thing? I don't know.
Don't know.
Anyway, it is the new Cafe collection. Now, there is a base product, which I would assume is going to be permanent. But then there's also a couple of face palettes which have limited edition packaging, I assume. It has like different looking packaging, and I will assume that these will eventually be phased out, I think. But anyway, so we've got the Extra Shot Caffeine Concealer and Foundation. This is $39 US. It's available now at the Marc Jacobs website. I'll talk about other places soon. It's available in 30 shades. They're saying Conceal and Perfect. Caffeine infused, creamy full coverage. So they're saying it's long wear, crease resistant. Extra Shot serves up natural looking full coverage to instantly conceal dark circles, blemishes and redness. So you can use it as a concealer or blend it out as a buildable foundation for visibly smoother, more even complexion. It's infused with caffeine, oat extract and 5 forms of coconut. The hydrating vegan formula blends seamlessly for skin that looks brighter, revived and re-energized. It's got an oversized applicator for quick all-over coverage. And it's like a multitasking product designed for all skin types. Now, okay, I'll talk about the other product first and then we'll come back to that. The second thing they've launched is the Omega 3 Powder Blush Bronze Highlighter Palette. These are $49 US and they come in 2 shade varieties. There's Tantastic Glow and Tantalize Glow. They're saying this is a seamless glow, all-in-one radiance, perfect blend. So this features 3 ultra blendable shades of blush, bronzer and highlighter. You start with a satin sheen blush for the perfect rosy flush, then build a sun-kissed glow with cult favorite bronzer shade Tantastic and Tantalize, and you finish with a soft shimmering highlight to accent your best features. So like a decadent coconut latte, these perfect blend shades have a delicate coconut scent and are enrobed in comfortable packaging inspired by swirls of cream and coffee. So these are all available now at Sephora, Sephora Canada and Marc Jacobs Beauty. They're coming soon to Harvey Nichols, Sephora Australia, Sephora New Zealand and in Asia. So they're rolling out throughout March and April for the rest of the world, but they're available now for the US. Look, there's a couple of things about this. One, I don't mind the idea of a multi-purpose concealer foundation. They sound like it does amazing things. But what sort of irritates me a little bit, and this is just a practical element of it, it contains 16 grams. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm wearing this all over my face as a 2-in-1 concealer foundation, this shit's going to last me a month of use. So
yeah,
I think the idea of it's cool, but in practice, it's a concealer.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from on that. I was going to say, you know, Marc Jacobs, they're an interesting brand when they release base products because sometimes they take the beauty community by storm with what they release. So I'm thinking about that Remarkable foundation, that full coverage one that was just so fucking full coverage. It was like, it's like paint, but without really the texture or consistency of paint. It's just like so liquid. Insanely, it's so insanely full coverage though. So I don't doubt that they can create a foundation and concealer in one. I don't doubt that they can even potentially create a formula that can go from super high coverage to quite, you know, minimal and able to blend it out. But yeah, 16 grams or 16 mil, that's not much.
No.
Not much at all.
That's
why not
half the size of a standard foundation? Yeah.
Yeah, why not just buy their Remarkable foundation that is super fucking high coverage and can be used as a concealer or a foundation?
Look, you could buy the Remarkable one. I believe they're phasing that out, so this could just be a reformulated version of that. But there was a lot of criticism with that, with it being either too full coverage and often not sitting well in the face. Like sometimes it will sit a bit patchy. So I'm hoping this is a different formula and it's improved. But I do agree that they've got the ability to make some cool stuff. And the shade range looks really good here. Like it looks quite even across the light sort of medium tan, deeper sort of shades. Yeah, I'm just curious. It could be just a fancy or rebottled version of their Remarkable for all we know. With the tan, like the blush bronze highlighter palettes, I quite like these, but it sort of is annoying because, again, it gives you that impression that this caters for different skin tones, but in reality, this is just a cooler version and a warmer version for the same sort of skin tone. So they're doing a bit of a KKW here where it's like, if you have warmer tones or prefer warmer tones, you can go one, and if you prefer cooler tones, you can go another. But it doesn't actually cater to different depths of skin tones, which is a bit frustrating because, again, they're sort of giving the impression that we're doing a good job with 30 shades of foundation concealer, but when it comes to this face palette, we're sort of falling flat. I do think it looks like a nice mix of colors though, if you do suit these shades, and they do contain quite a lot of product. So
heaps of product.
Yeah, so 7.5 grams of blush, 9.8 grams of bronzer, and 7.2 grams of highlighter. So it's still quite a lot of product. You're not going to have the issue where the pans are so small that your brush sort of goes over the boundaries and picks up multiple things at a time. They're quite big. They're quite generous. Packaging, I'm a little bit on the fence about. It looks like I love the inspiration of coffee. I'm like, I kind of want this just for the coffee. But I love the box coffee design a lot more than the compact.
Better, yeah.
Yeah, it looks so gorgeous. Fair. Like I want to eat that.
I agree.
But then when I look at the compacts of the face palettes, I'm like, this looks like some tacky like appliance from the 60s. and 70s.
Yep, I agree.
But I still want it because of coffee. There's something about it that I'm like, oh, you got me with the coffee.
I wonder if it'll smell like coffee. Although
Yeah.
I feel like makeup products that smell like coffee never
usually
smell like
gross.
coffee, and they kind of stink, and it's a bit like, yeah.
They're saying that the face powders do smell like coffee. No, delicate coconut scent.
Also, what are the 5 types of coconut?
It's a good question.
These are all mysteries.
They are all mysteries.
Okay, let's get into Melt Cosmetics. We have minis from Melt. So, what we have here are lip and eye products. So it appears like we've got 5 nude lipsticks and 5 red lipsticks, all minis, looking very cute. But then we have a mini stack.
Yeah.
Why?
Look,
Why
we
do
don't
we
have
have
much
that?
detail at all. I'm like, this is
No.
coming soon. And they're saying, this is huge. We now have minis. Your favorite pigment-packed lip and eye formulas stuffed into pocket-sized packaging. I love that idea. We've spoken about it multiple times. More minis. Like, if you want a lot of variety in your makeup routine, like minis are where it's at. So you don't have like full-sized everything and have to spend heaps of money on full-sized items. Based on the hashtags, I reckon what this is 3 items. I think there's going to be a Melt Warm Nudes set, a Melt Limitless Reds set, and also the Melt Neutral Brown Petite stack. Now, what is frustrating about this, not so much the packs of lips, like that's fine. We haven't spoken about, we're going to talk about this last week, but we cut it out for time. Melt, throughout January, they changed their blueprint stack into a palette. They didn't change anything about it except they've taken it out of the stack form and put it into a palette. So they haven't added any new shades. They haven't done any of that. So they are sort of collapsing their stack inventory. I think they realized that people aren't buying the stacks anymore. People prefer palettes. They're just easier to sort of store, easier to find the shades because their stacks all look the same. So they're giving up on the stack idea. Yet when it comes to minis, they're bringing it back. Why not just make a mini palette? If you're changing all your stacks into palettes, why are you then getting back into the stacks with a mini version? Now, I do think this stack is organized a bit better in a sense that it looks like, I don't know the size of these, but it looks like they're probably standard eyeshadows because their stacks always had large eyeshadows in them. They look maybe cardboard, and the color of the cardboard for each eyeshadow corresponds with the shade, which was a lot better from their existing stacks, which were all plastic black, and you literally had to cycle through all of them to find the shade you wanted. So I feel like this is designed better, but why are they bringing back the stacks when they have spent the last 2 years converting all of their existing stacks into new palettes? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make sense. No, I don't get it. Also, I would not actually consider these mini. These may be mini compared to their pre-existing stacks.
Which are massive.
But they are massive. They're like jumbo. This is standard size stacked.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Wouldn't it be nicer if they just had like a little tiny mini palette like the Vizier ones?
Yeah, like a little quint. Just
it's like,
a little one.
Again, it's like big. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. We're
two
going
steps
into
back.
that, and now we're fucking it up.
I do like minis. I like where they're going with it. But look, mini lipsticks is not really... I don't think it's what we're referring to when we say we want minis. Because you can get mini lipsticks fucking pretty much all year round. Like, there's always a pack of mini lipstick something somewhere.
And they're the shittest of the minis. Can I just put it out there? Because when you look at a bullet lipstick, it needs some thickness
structure
to hold the structure.
Correct.
Every mini lipstick I've tried breaks at the base.
They do.
So I feel like minis should be things like bottles of foundations, like sticks of or like tubes of concealer, liquid lipsticks, lip glosses, pencils,
Yep.
little mini mascaras. All of those things should be minis.
Yeah,
The
coloured
bullet lipsticks,
eyeliners.
yeah, mini
Yep.
eyeshadows, mini whatever. But
Mhm.
the one thing I don't love is the mini bullet lipstick, just purely because they are weaker and they are more inclined to break. So
Yep.
yeah, I love minis. I want more minis, but I don't feel like this has hit the like where I want it to go, which is unfortunate.
No, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully they will bring out more products in the future in mini form that's not just lipsticks and weird stacks.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, one product that is, okay, we've got 2 products from Milk Makeup that launched recently. And the first one's quite interesting. Like, interesting as in, like, I like where this is going, but I won't buy it myself. So we've seen color chalks. So these are pretty much multi-purpose stick products, like a chalk. You can put on your eyelids, your cheeks, your lips, and what I like about this is that it comes in a little, looks like maybe foil covered paper, and you sort of like peel off a layer at a time. So as you wear it down, you peel it off. So it doesn't come in like plastic packaging. It comes in really minimal packaging, which is fantastic. But at the same time, it's not like Lush that bring out things in wax or something weird. This is very, very usable, which is great. You can also get a plastic sort of container that you can store it in, like a portable reusable tube. So, so you don't have to just have it laying around in your drawer gathering dust and getting all mucky. You can store it in a tube, but you can reuse that tube, which is fantastic. So there's 14 shades available, and they're available now at Milk Makeup and coming on the 12th of February at Sephora stores. They're available online at Sephora now as well. So I like the idea of it. The demo of them, they don't look that interesting. They look sort of weak in pigment, but I like where it's going. They're also launching these electric glossy lip plumpers. So these are ultra cushiony gel lip plumpers with an electric yet comfortable tingling sensation for the appearance of fuller, smoother, softer lips instantly and over time. So it contains Sichuan peppers. I like Sichuan peppers in my food, not in my lip product.
I agree.
So it contains vegan collagen Volulip and jojoba oil to visibly plump and moisturize for the appearance of fuller, softer, smoother lips. And it's supposed to have a glassy, high shine finish without any sticky residue. It comes in 6 sheer tints. One of them is clear, so there you go. You got a clear, a warm beige, a mauve, a coral, a bright pink, and a plum. And again, these are available online now at Milk Makeup and Sephora, and coming the 12th of February at Sephora stores.
I would potentially be interested in the glossy lip things, but the Sichuan pepper, I'm like, nah, soz. I don't, whenever I wear those, like, lip products that contain stuff like that, and I tend to lick my lips. I notice that I do it a lot when I wear those products, and it's always in my mouth and in my throat, and I'm just like, this is not pleasant.
Yeah, look, I just find that they don't deliver enough for me to put up with the tingle.
Exactly right.
Yeah, like
exactly.
I don't mind a tingle. Like I can function with a tingle.
Yeah.
I would prefer it not being there. I'm not one of those people that are really, like, I know some people are super sensitive and they can't wear it at all. I can wear it. I can get by with it. I just don't feel like I look in the mirror and go, Kat, your lips are looking so amazing today. So for me, it's just not worth the extra slight discomfort that the lip product gives me for the effect. So I prefer just a straight up lip gloss. If I want my lips to look fuller, I just line them a little bit and I go on with my day comfortably. So I'm more interested in the crayon, like the chalks. I think this is a really cool packaging idea for stick products, whether it's lip products or cheek products or whatever. Okay, they're going to be pretty firm, so they're not going to be super creamy products, but I like the minimal packaging. I think that's really smart.
Last thing we have is from Too Faced. We are going to be getting bullet lipsticks. So these are the Empowering lipsticks. They have an ultimate Lightweight, comfortable texture for the most outspoken, fully loaded colour with a soft as a whisper feel. There we go. 12 hours wear, apparently. They're supposed to smooth the appearance of lip lines. They're non-bleeding, creamy texture, and feather resistant. It's going to be available in 12 shades, and it looks like Lady Balls is the one that they're like heavily sort of promoting. Lady Balls is probably one of the most beautiful shades of red that I've ever seen in my life. It's in gorgeous. The melted matte liquid lipstick. So look, I'm interested in this. I don't know if these are going to be matte lipsticks or not. That's what I'm curious about. It doesn't actually say anywhere, does it?
No, it actually doesn't, which is really interesting. I'd assume that it's matte just because they've taken a popular matte liquid lipstick shade and they've created a lipstick line around it. And previously they do have they've had a few bullet lipstick lines, but they all have been quite hydrating. So I would assume that this is matte, but it doesn't say it anywhere. There has been a lot of like people confused by this. I don't find it super confusing, but I guess I'm very familiar with sort of the brand. Look, there's clearly the shade Lady Balls, which again is that really popular red shade that's been around for years and years and years in the liquid lipstick form. But they have named the sort of formula after it. And I think what is getting people offside is the Lady Balls written on the side of the bullet tube. But people are finding that a little bit like, you know, if you just see the cap, it says balls. I think that's kind of funny, but, you know, not everyone does. And people are thinking this is a bit cringe, which it is. Like, I feel like most things that Jared does is cringe. Let's just put it out there. Cringe. It's 100% cringe. But I also have confidence that I'm going to like this formula and I'm probably going to really like this shade in particular. Too Faced know that this is going to offend some people and, you know, because they've actually put on their information what Lady Balls means in this context. And they're saying it's the freedom to express yourself and the confidence to take over the world. Makeup is your own personal set of Lady Balls. It doesn't actually explain what Lady Balls is, but
no, not at all.
It is that sort of term used to empower women, like, you know, you've got the balls to do it, but if you're a woman, it's like you've got the lady balls to do it. The lady balls. I think this is, some people are taking this as being quite overly sexualized. Some people are getting offended.
But that's so Two-Faced. Yes, they always do this.
They always do this.
And this is something that over the years has really turned me off about Too Faced and a lot of brands. Like, I side-eye a lot of brands that have to sexualize makeup, and I'm just like, it's always a man. It's always a fucking man doing it. And I'm just like grow up.
Yeah. I've heard a few people sort of say that they think this, and I don't think this is where they're going at all, but they're sort of mocking the trans community. I don't think that's where they intend to go. But I can understand why people can interpret it that way. So if it does offend people, like, you have every right to be offended, but I don't think that's where it's coming from. What I think is really cringe about this is that, like you said, Jared is a grown-ass man with a fucking multi-billion-dollar, like, net value and has mansions and lives a super glamorous life. And the fact that he's like, go you good thing, you got lady balls. I'm like, go get fucked, man. Like, I don't need
fuck off.
a fucking white man who has risen to the top in a sort of woman-led industry to fucking tell me how to empower myself as a woman. Like, I just find that really fucking patronizing and cringy.
100%. I totally agree. Like, don't fucking tell me that I have lady balls. Yeah, you good thing.
Like, if this was from Fenty or something, I'm like, I totally accept that. It's totally fine. You know, it's like a woman-led brand, but not from Jared.
When it comes from a man, I don't, I have a lot less time or patience for that kind of thing, because shut the fuck up. You actually have no idea what you're talking about. Until you've walked a mile in a woman's actual shoes, like, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
You don't know
And he
how
never
we
would
had to
because
earn our... Yeah,
He's
that's
in
right.
the top 1% and
Yeah,
is
exactly.
doesn't
He's
give
a rich
fuck.
white man. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And that's where
But-
I think this is ultimate cringe.
That's my sentiment about it as well. But I do actually have confidence that this could be a very fucking good range of lipsticks. So credit where credit is
I agree.
due. Yeah.
I agree.
And-
I agree.
That wraps up the episode.
What an episode
We hope you guys
it was.
enjoyed it. What an episode it was. Woo! My goodness. So that means the time has come to dedicate this episode to a Beauty News VIP, and this week's VIP is Asha.
Thank you,
Thank
Asha.
you, Asha. Thank you for supporting Beauty News, and thank you to everyone who supports Beauty News in whichever way you choose to do so. We need an emoji.
Can it be money? Because
Sure, why not?
hashtag rich lives matter.
Fuck, that was so cringe.
If you're
So cringe.
listening on the podcast and you didn't see what I just put on the screen, it is from a couple of years ago when Jared, there was a cake for his partner's birthday?
Yes, yeah, someone's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so inappropriate. And this is why, like, when Jared speaks, I tune it out. I'm like, rah, 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 because he's so fucking tone deaf. Like, he doesn't, that boy needs a shot of reality. Really
Yes.
badly. All right, guys. So that is it for us this week. We do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and we will see you in the next one.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. That fucking cake. What was wrong with him? My God.
And sharing it on, I would be like, guys,
On
this is the
social
most
media.
inappropriate cake. Let's never let this
Never-
leave our
no.
fucking, never.
In fact-
turn your cameras off. We're banning all
Hurry up
social
and
media.
eat it so it's hidden.
Scrape the
Forever.
icing off so we never fucking have to see it. Let's eat it and shit it
Oh
out
my
onto our
God.
golden toilets because this is a shame.
Oh, that's right. How about we shit it on that chair that we never use in that room that we're not allowed to go into?
What was it, like Chanel fucking like fabric or something
So
they
bad.
weren't allowed to sit on because it wasn't designed
So
for
bad.
sitting. It's like, then why upholster a chair in that fucking